wherever you are, Asia, Africa, Middle East, Europe, or the United States of America, greetings to you. I'm Kalai, the founder of Northstar, talking to you from Malaysia. Whoever you are, you could be a CEO, CFO, COO, at the top of corporate ladder, climbing the corporate ladder, in the middle, or a business owner. The next couple of minutes is for you. By profession, I'm an electrical engineer. I did a master's in engineering from a typical small town in Malaysia. Father was a teacher, mother was a housewife, and the only word that I heard while I was growing up, if you have education, your life will be sorted out. Education sets me free. Only when I started working, I realized there's two kinds of education. One is what the school taught me to get my degree, master's, paper qualification. And one more, to be truly wealthy, I need to understand financial education. It's financial education that sets you free. A group of friends from Malaysia, we came together, and we all were professionals. We were doctors, lawyers, engineers, accountants. And we said, hey, we have understood the first part. We all have our paper qualification. Now we need to understand the second part. That's the financial education. Because we went to university, graduated, thinking that will set us free. And we ain't going through our life without understanding what is money, what is finances, what is wealth. It is then we came together and formed this organization called Northstar. And our objective is to help people understand, especially the working adults, those who are graduating, and those who have been in many years in the working world, what is really this financial education, which was simply an idea of a group of friends sitting together in a beautiful city called Clark in the Philippines. Today became a global organization. We are simply a community of people who embraces success, who believe dreams do come true, who believe in financial education, and who believes ultimately money flows into the hands of leaders and are willing to take leadership globally to make sure that we are financially wealthy. We came together for a decade now, but this organization Northstar was formally put together 6 years ago. So as an organization, we are fairly new, but we have made our mark globally. But as friends, we came together almost a decade to understand this word financial education. And over the last many years of our experience and my personal experience, I can summarize for you what really this financial education in 30 seconds, okay? Just to give you a gist to help you understand what we are talking about. So what is this financial education? When we talk about financial education, we need to understand there are three groups of people: the poor, the middle class, and the rich. So what differentiates the poor, the middle class, and the rich? There's only one word: the mindset and the relationship with money. So what does the rich do differently? This is what the rich do. This is the secret. The rich take whatever they earn and create more cash flow. So the key word in the lives of the rich is cash flow. Have you got it? Cash flow. If you don't get this word, there's no way you're going to smell financial freedom or become wealthy. So for the last decade, Northstar has been mastering this game of cash flow globally. Asia, Africa, Middle East, Europe, or the United States of America, we simply help normal individuals to create more cash flow so they could move from either poor, middle class into rich. Now let's talk about this word cash flow for a while. How do we create more cash flow? To understand how to create more cash flow, you need to accept a reality today. What's the reality? The economy has fallen apart. If you cannot accept it or you don't understand, I'm very sorry to tell you, you're already behind time. We are not saying that it's going to fall down. It's already fallen apart, and it's just going to get worse from day to day. And a lot of experts and financial advisors globally are saying this. We are just at the beginning of what the worst is going to look like. So the next couple of years is going to be tougher than what you have today. Doesn't matter where you are. You are Africa, you are Asia, you are Malaysia, Indonesia, you are in the Philippines, in the Middle East, or in the Europe, or in America. Let's accept it. Tough times are ahead of us. Okay, we can't change what's ahead of us. So where does the cash flow gonna come from? Our money is shrinking every day. Inflation is over the roof. People are losing jobs. No matter how much the government tries, they cannot create enough job for everyone who is graduating or even keep those who are about to retire at job. Why? Simple. Every day, somebody is creating something to take over someone's job. New applications, new technology, new devices are just being created every day to replace men. The more technology takes over, the more people are going to lose job. And the more money goes down, the more inflation goes up. No way anyone is be able to sustain themselves just with one income. This is where we really need to understand where the cash flow gonna be and where to tap and how to make this cash flow. And this is where Northstar comes in to help you, educate you, and put you on the right path. Let's understand something. Where the money was before this. You see, there's a big exchange of wealth that's happening globally. Money was initially where the B2B, in economy they call it B2B, or business to business. If there's a manufacturer, end user is a customer, there's a whole range of people in the middle. We call it the middleman or the distribution channel, or in the economy terms, it's business to business. This is where the money was. You see, when I was young, the richest person in my town, the one who had the biggest car, the biggest house, and the overseas holiday, were the guys who were supplying something to the shops, which we call it the wholesaler, we call it the middleman, whatever it is. This is the B2B. But now, let's face it, the game has changed. It has moved from B2B to B2C. What's B2C? B2C simply means business to customer. Anyone that figures out how to bring things from business to customer and biggest number of customer in the most number of countries wins the game. This is where the real cash is. Just wake up, look around you, where everybody is going to. Everybody is figuring out how to bring my good directly to you, to your doorstep. This is what Northstar does. We simply have mastered over the last decade how to move goods to your doorstep globally, creating distribution channels that we could move these products globally and as a system to sustain your growth. And we have successfully sustained our global market for more than 8 years. And Northstar simply works on a simple principle, 4 E's. The first E, education. This is where our entire focus is. Educating our people, financial education, what's happening globally, what needs to be done, how to run a business, how to become a global entrepreneur, how to become a system builder, how to do it right. The second E is environment. Let me tell you a little story, okay? I must tell you this. You see, half of my life, I grew up admiring one woman, that is Oprah Winfrey. To me, she's one of the most powerful person on the planet Earth. When I was a little girl, about 8 years old, I read a book about Oprah. And she was saying in that book, she said one day she was singing in the church. And there was this lady sitting at the front. And the lady said, hey, this kid is gifted. And that day she believed she was gifted. And that belief today brought her to the most influential voice in the world. That day I too believed I'm gifted. I could rule the world one day. And that belief brought me today as a global entrepreneur. I left my job in 2007. The month I left my job, I made my monthly income as a weekly income from my own business. The year I left my job, I clocked my annual income in a job as my 1 month income from my own business. And our environment simply helps you to believe you too could do it. It's possible for you. You could live the life you want. You could embrace success. You could be all you want to be. And the third E is effort. This is where we do things differently. we make sure our effort is the right place. So we create the biggest amount of cash flow into our bank account. And the final E is endurance. This is what makes or breaks someone. A lot of people have this dream of wanting to be something. Overnight, they give up. But we make sure you have the endurance, the fourth E, endurance, to achieve your financial goal. We have a platform that supports till you achieve what you want to achieve, whichever goal you set. And this is the final E that makes or breaks someone. All this doesn't make any difference if you're not willing to do the last part. Take action. Call the person who gave you this link, gave you this video, and ask them this. Where is the nearest North Star presentation, North Star system? Where can I be the North Star person to understand how to create more cash flow, how to make the 4E work for me? You got to do this right away. And let me tell you this, if you're in a country where there's no system, a North Star system is available, get back to the person who gave you and ask them, can I get onto the Skype and understand how to get this done? The internet has shrunk the world. So wherever you are, we are next to each other. It doesn't matter. So just get on the phone and tell the person who gave you this, let's go on Skype, and I want to understand what North Star is, what is this 4E, and how to create this cash flow. See you soon, somewhere in the world, either in a North Star system, or I look forward for the day I could sit with you somewhere in the world and have a cup of coffee and discuss with you how much of cash you have in and what is your next financial goals and how do we take your business globally.